Let's get people on here. Get some people in here first before we start the stream. Big day today, guys. Big day. Big day for bodybuilding. Two-time Mr. Olympia is here. We're going to talk about all this right now. Welcome, everyone that's on here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone's doing great. Give everyone a second to get in here before we get going. Here, welcome. Is it echoing again? Let me go in the settings. Holy shit, this fucking thing. It's again. Let me go in the settings. Holy shit, this fucking. Audio output 2. Now it shouldn't be echoing. No, it's not. There we go. I fixed it. No issues now. Let's go live. Let's go crazy here. All right. So I'm not going to wait any longer. There's not a million people signing in anyway. But thank you, everyone that's supported me on Rumble so far. It's appreciated. Don't forget, if you guys want more content, Patreon, as always, educational stuff on uncensored content on training, nutrition, the drugs, the PEDs, supplements. Now that my gym's almost done, we should be able to do the content next week and start getting some training clips and educate you guys, teach you guys my ways. That's what I'm going to do, teach you guys my ways. It's going to be very exciting, the training content. I have some really cool ideas with that gym. And if you guys want to obviously check me on Instagram, Bodybuilding and BS. And don't forget, oldschoollabs.com. If you guys want to pick up anything, be sure to support and use my code NickBS always. Check out our vegan protein. If you're not a vegan, doesn't matter. The protein tastes amazing. We have 2 flavors, chocolate caramel, oatmeal cream pie. I use the oatmeal cream pie every day. I absolutely love that protein. And it's the only thing that doesn't bother my stomach other than like protein, eating protein from sources like chicken, steak, eggs like that. And I can't even eat eggs, so this works for me. Yeah, so much to talk about. Let me give you guys an update on YouTube real quick, actually. Let me give you guys a little 4-in-1 what's going on with YouTube. Long story short, YouTube goes very, very fucking slow. Beyond slow. And it takes a while to get answers from them. So you email them, it takes them 3-4 days to email you back. You email them back very quickly, it takes them another 3-4 days. So it's a week every time in between emails. It's so fucking annoying. So it's not done. It's not done. It won't ever be done until I get that channel back. I'm not stopping. But in the meantime, I have to continue out my life. I have to continue to fill these voids. And it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm never going to say it's over until I officially give up. I'm not letting them tell me when it's over. That's basically what I'm going to tell you guys. That's all I can really say right now. That's all I really know. They basically banned me for hate speech, which I think is absolutely hilarious. And I think still, I believe, my opinion, someone had it out to get me. I'm going to stick with that until I'm proven otherwise. And I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. I'm doing everything I can in my power, guys. I'm spending a lot of money to get to the bottom of this, no matter what the outcome is. I'm not even worried about the outcome. I just want to get some answers and clarity. So that's all I can really say right now. It's all I really know, unfortunately. If I knew more stuff, I would tell you guys, trust me. But I don't have any more information to tell you. So that's that. So today I saw, which I'm a little delayed still on my content. I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to my routine very shortly. I'll be doing the 2 videos a day. I'll be back to my grind. Just had a little hiccup because I had to build this gym and then the fucking YouTube. And like, it was one thing after another. Yeah, I know. YouTube is boring. I'm glad you guys can appreciate me now, though. Nobody wanted to appreciate me when I was there. I mean, some of you did, obviously, and I appreciate the ones that are here. You guys are probably the same ones that watch the content, obviously. So it's very, very much appreciated for me. But yeah, I promise I'll be back on my grind, getting the 2 videos out a day. I'm doing my best, but building that gym sucked the life out of me yesterday. Like fucking Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah. So I'll be back on my grind. Let's talk about today because I saw Big Ramy landed in Pittsburgh, which is fucking awesome to see that this fucking guy made it here finally. Even though the last year we had obviously some issues with him getting here, but it's okay because he's here now, and that's all that freaking matters. And I'm excited to see what this guy is going to look like. I mean, we only got one more day till we see what he looks like, which is going to be really, really cool. And let's do this. Let's take a look at the photo that my friend AJ put up of Big Ramy. So this was him obviously checking into his hotel. Looking fucking massive as always. Good shave, nice beard. Big Ramy's cleaned up, ready to go. And they took this picture with Natalia, who's the women's physique Olympia. Looking large. Big Ramy looks good, as always. Big Ramy's never like out of shape. So he looks really good. You know he's going to be big and ripped and fucking massive. Even after coming out of Ramadan, he's still going to look good, you know? I'm excited because, you know, we have a lot of really good bodybuilders guest posing. This is not like some slumps guest posing. You got Derek, you got Hottie, you got, I can't talk. You got Derek, you got Hunter, you got Nick, you got all these guys coming, and it's going to be a action-packed guest posing. And I was talking about this yesterday, I believe. It's really, really, really unfortunate that we're not getting to see our Mr. Olympia guest pose, at least. Like, it's so annoying to me that we have a Mr. Olympia that can't travel here and can't actually show his physique off, can't come here and prove to the guys, like, I'm Mr. Olympia. He can't flex himself, you know? Not flex his muscle, flex him. Like, he needs to be able to flex himself, and he can't even do that. And it's such bullshit, guys. It's really bullshit that he can't get here and travel. I wish Ramy Arrives, his coach, would work something out with him so that he can come here. You know, maybe and train all year long, you know, or most of the year. But it sucks because it's like we had Ramy as our Mr. Olympia. Then last year, Ramy couldn't come and guest pose as Mr. Olympia for whatever reason. And now Hottie is our Mr. Olympia. And he can't even come because of, you know, the Iranian government and how things are. It's all political, all that bullshit. And it's so annoying that we can't get to see our Mr. Olympia again guest pose. So this is technically 2 years in a row that we're not going to see our Mr. Olympia on stage at Pittsburgh. Last year was Ramy, and then this year was Hottie. That's really unfortunate. And it's frustrating as a bodybuilding fan, especially frustrating as a journalist, because I want to be able to cover these things and talk about them. And they're not here. And not a lot of people are talking about that. I didn't even see anyone highlight that at all. I'm going to talk about it today, actually, in one of my videos, but I talked about it yesterday, how 2 years in a row now, we have no Mr. Olympia. The best bodybuilder in the world can't show up to the guest posing, the biggest guest posing in the world. I don't know why Evogen and Ramy Arrives have not worked something out with him yet, and why they can't get him here. There must be limitations, because I would assume Ramy Arrives, as good of a coach he is, he would want his athletes here, training by him, be able to see him in person. I know Hottie's probably not comfortable even leaving his whole family behind for that long unless they can come with him. So I'm assuming it's probably hard to get all of them here. It's probably not that hard to get Hottie here, like one person, but it's probably hard to get his whole family here. I mean, this was 10 hours ago. I am Hottie Chupan, the Persian wolf, the body of the golden years, my supplements, Evogen Nutrition. Man, I wish I could do that for old school labs and sell supplements. My supplements is Evogen Nutrition. Fucking wild physique, right? Crazy physique. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the screen. I did it again. This is what I was showing you guys. Crazy, right? Look at this. This was 10 hours ago. He's not slowing down, guys. Like, I don't see Derek beating him unless Hottie's like way off. I mean, how is Derek going to stand there next to that fucking meaty dude with all that fucking hard, dense muscle tissue on him? There's no way. Unless Derek all of a sudden gets like insane muscle maturity like this next year in the offseason, I just don't see it happening because Hadi is nowhere near slowing down. The guy's doing drop sets with 500 pounds on the bench bar. Like drop sets. Doesn't put the bar down. Just keeps fucking going with 500 pounds on the bar. Like, you guys know how strong that is? It's insanity. And he had the muscle endurance that he has to be able to do things like this. This is crazy feat of strength. Like strip sets of 500 pounds on the bar. Yeah, maybe squats or deadlifts, but not bench. I mean, it's insanity. You know what his chest probably felt like after that? It probably felt like a fucking piece of granite stone. It was so much blood in there. Yeah, look at that. Look at the blood pressure pumping through his head. The veins, everything. Here he is deadlifting 6 plates. Insanity. Look at this. Rips it off the floor, too. And you know Hadi doesn't weigh more than, what, 250? Probably. He's not that tall. He's not that big. Like, as a person. He's obviously got a lot of muscle, but he's not a big human. So for him to weigh over 250, I'd be very surprised. Because he stays super lean in the offseason, too. So, I mean, to deadlift that, it's crazy to me that he's still doing full deadlifts, actually, when I think about it. Here he is, T-bar rowing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is insane. Look at all his friends watching him. They're like, holy shit, our friend is strong. Holy shit, when's he going to stop? Look at that guy in the orange tank top. He's like, I don't want any fucking part of that. I'm going to put my shirt back on. Yep, it's a bad day to come here. I didn't know Hadi Choopan's going to be here. Look at him, he's mesmerized by the weight he's doing. He's like, I do that. I do that in my dreams. And then Hadi's here just fucking shoulder pressing 2 humans. Imagine you just pick the guys up with the dumbbells. As they're holding the dumbbells, he just lifts them up with the dumbbells. That'd be fucking hilarious. Look at that. Look at this upper chest shelf. How much meat is up here. Look how thick his pecs are. That's wild. Those are probably like 120s, 140s. God knows what they are. 150s. I couldn't see it, what it said. Look at that. You're telling me Derek is going to be able to stop that this year? Come on. He's lean now. He's leaner than Derek right here than Derek was on stage at the Olympia on his upper body. Derek obviously had the conditioning from behind, but the front of Derek was not this conditioned. Look how crazy how hard he is here. Look at the bicep. It's like a fucking apple. A peach. It's something. Actually, no, a peach is soft, right? So it's got to be an apple. It's hard. Sorry, Hadi. You know what I mean. I mean, this is probably what he walks around all off season. This is probably what his leg looks like, always looks like. And when he's shredded, it's like just mind-boggling. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. I really wanted to see him guest pose. I don't think I've ever seen Hadi Choopan guest pose, actually, when I think about it. Have you guys seen Hadi Choopan guest pose? I don't think I have. Anyone in here? Is there videos of Hadi Choopan guest posing? I don't think I've ever seen a clip of him do a guest posing. Yeah, Hadi's not old. I think he's his like mid to late 30s. I think he's around my age, which is like scary to how old he looks. I'm going to be 36 June 4th. So I think Hadi might be around the same age if I'm not mistaken. 37, 38 possibly. I don't know. I don't know how old he is, but I know he's not old. I know that. So he's got a long time left if he wants to continue competing, which is going to be really fucking exciting to see because he's going to hold it down. He's definitely going to hold it down. And he's definitely going to fight off a lot of these guys. I think they're going to come in there and just, do something, take this title from him. Let's look up Andrew Jacked right now. I want to talk about Andrew Jacked real quick with you guys. So, I wanted to see Andrew guest pose this weekend in place of Raphael, but obviously that's not going to happen. But I was taking a look at Andrew's physique. This is his first off season, technically, since he started bodybuilding. And I think if Andrew's able to have a successful off season, which he's going to, I think Andrew will be the next like Arnold Classic champion. I think Andrew will be like Samson right now, next year. Now, when I say next year, obviously the Arnold Classic passed this year, Samson won it. But I think if Andrew does the Arnold Classic Ohio next year, I'm putting it out there right now in the universe, he can win. For sure. As long as he enters it, he will win. No one's going to beat him. Because technically, we're probably not going to see Samson there again. We're probably not going to see Nick there again. So who could beat Andrew? Ramy's not going to be there. Hottie's not going to be there. Derek is the only person that could potentially beat Andrew if he's at the Arnold. But think about this. Andrew next year in 2024, what the frig is this guy going to look like? Oh, I forgot I can curse. What the fuck is he going to look like? Especially once he gets back over here and continues his prep with Chris. I mean, he's going to be really, really dangerous. I really can't wait to see what he's going to look like next time on stage. Now, I heard rumors that he's going to be doing the Texas Pro this year to requalify, because remember, he's got to requalify for the Olympia. But I think this is going to be Andrew's last year requalifying. I think Andrew's going to make it into the top Olympia 5 for sure. Someone's getting pushed out. I'm telling you guys, Andrew is not going to be stopped this year. There's not many people right now that I think could beat him. They gave him this little hey, it's your first time at the Olympia. We're not going to put you too high. We're going to humble you a little bit because we want to see you come back and, crush it. But guys, after that, it's over. He did his, he put his time in. You know what I'm saying? And they can't keep him off that top 5 very long. And I think 2024 is the year we're going to see that. 2023, he has a chance of doing well. I'm not saying he's not going to do well at the Olympia this year. He could be that top 5 this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out of that top 5 one more year. He might get like 6th this year. Or I might be completely wrong. He might be like 2nd. He could win the fucking Olympia. I have no idea, but I feel like Andrew's got another year of building, and then that's when the gloves are off, and this guy is just going to fucking just ruin people's careers. He's going to hurt everyone's feelings. I mean, no one in the IBB looks like him. No one in the IB could stand with him toe for toe size-wise. Samson's the only one. And Samson's back, I think, is not going to be able to stand with Andrew's back once Andrew gets that conditioning on point. Which it's only a matter of time till Andrew gets that conditioning on point. I mean, he wasn't far off. And now with Aceto helping him, we saw what a huge difference there was in his conditioning. So now we know that Andrew has the ability to get lean and sliced up. And that is all we need to be proven. That's all we need to see proven. And he did it. And one time they did it. So the next time that Chris and Andrew link up, potentially it could be even better, because now, you know what I'm talking about, guys. It's going to be scary. And I think if Andrew just continues to do what he's doing, doesn't get off his tracks, stays healthy, 2024 will be the year of Andrew Jack takeover. I'm not saying it can't happen this year, but I just feel like he needs one more year of solid training, couple more shows under his belt, and voila, we're going to see. I mean, Andrew's not the youngest guy either. We might see Andrew go on a little tear, but he could dominate for a little bit. But depending on how well his body holds up with the age, that will determine how long he can do this for. I think he easily has 5 to 7 bodybuilding years left. That might be a little high for some people, but I think Andrew's so young when it comes to bodybuilding and the drugs and all that sorts of stuff. I think he'd be okay. I really, really do. I don't think he's probably doing as much shit as people think he is. I think he's probably using very, very little stuff to get to look like that. I think he's probably like really meticulous about his health. And I just think he's going to be able to do this. I really do. Hottie's 35. Okay, in the chat, Hottie's 35. You guys watching this recorded? He needs a little more thickness. Front double, ab thigh, untouchable. We're talking about Andrew Jack now. I will laugh if Hunter loses Texas Tampa Pro. Yeah, so let's talk about Hunter. Talk about Hunter real quick. So Hunter has a very, very unique situation because Hunter went from 4th at the Olympia, where, just putting it out there, what people thought. A lot of people didn't think he deserved it. A lot of people thought Nick deserved that place. Regardless, it's in history. That's what it's going to be forever, no matter what we think or say. Then he comes back and drops a lot of placing. But now he's been humbled because he realizes, you know what? I can't do this half-ass diet. And look at the difference already just from changing the diet up for a couple months. I mean, it's just crazy to see how different his body looks. And I'm not even talking about just his midsection, because obviously that's drastically better. It's not as distended. It's not as inflamed. It's nowhere near what it used to look like. But look how much fuller his body is now eating whole food. The muscle bellies, the glycogen in the muscle, detail we haven't saw before because he probably could never fill out before just eating shakes all day. It's a lot of fluid. Body can only do so much with that fluid. You need food in your body. You need whole food to fill out. Fluid can only fill you up so much, especially when you're that fucking big and that muscular, right? Look how much better his back looks now, just being fuller. Once he gets that little bit of fat, oh my God, I'm not even showing you guys the screen. Once he gets that back, skin gets a little thinner and he fills up, man, it's going to look really, really good. I'm going to be very impressed with him because he looks very impressive now, and he still has several weeks to prep. You know, long time. He's 13 weeks out still. This was from 2 days ago. The closest show is 13 weeks away. The guy looked like this close to shows pretty much. I mean, at like 6-7 weeks out, I feel like he looked like this. Now he's 13 weeks out. Look how much fuller his arms and delts and chest are in those shots. I mean, everything is super full. I mean, look at this. His arms, his bicep, his tricep, his delts, his lats never looked like this. Yes, he's getting bigger, but a lot of it is the fullness and the glycogen in the muscle. Like I was saying a moment ago when I wasn't showing the screen, water can only fill you up so much when you're that big. It's going to do the job. Electrolytes, replenishing them is going to help a lot to keep the muscle bellies full, keep the cells hydrated, but you need food. And the diet was lacking that. A lot of it. Too many shakes. So now his body's like really starting to come to life. And this is what I wanted Hunter to look like on stage, but just ripped to the bone. And even his pec tear, he's doing a really good job at hiding it. You can't even tell here. Yes, the lighting is not the best. It's obviously going to wash him out, but you can't see any pec tear. And I think also that blemish of the pec tear is not as noticeable because the muscle bellies are fuller and he's getting more muscular in those areas. I mean, look at this side shot. If he fixes this side shot with the chest a little bit, obviously that's his torn pec. If he fixes this arm and this chest and lifts his chest up a little bit, it's going to look really good. I think he's hunched over too much. He's leaning forward too much. He's got to lean back a little bit more. Now here, this was the most impressive to me, was the rear double bicep, because is this the rear lat spread or the rear double? Oh, he's doing a rear double. Yeah, look how much fuller his teres muscles are. I mean, his back never popped like this. There was times in prep and off season it did, but once he started pulling it off, it never had this pop to it. Now, what I was saying before when you guys couldn't see, all this skin's going to tighten up. It's going to get super thin because the fat cells are going to be gone. It's going to look like saran wrap. And if he has some detail right here in the mid back and the lower back, like I think he's going to, it's going to be good. But to me, it does look like it's lacking a little bit of muscle tissue here. I don't know if he can't connect with it. I don't know if there's some type of like impingement. I don't know if there's like, I don't know. It's weird to me that these things aren't filled out with muscle like here is. Like his erector here I don't know. It's softer for some reason. It's confusing to me. Like I said, it could be like an impingement somewhere. Who knows with the spine, and who knows what he's probably done to himself over the years. But even if that gets leaner and thinner, the skin gets thinner, it's going to look a lot better. You can see a little detail here, but very faint, right? Yeah, like the rear lat spread, you can see the erectors popping through. Maybe he just doesn't know how to pose. That could be it. Maybe he just can't contract those muscles in the rear double. Maybe he hasn't learned how to figure it out, how to do that yet. But adductors look good. I got to show you guys how to pose, okay? Once I have some muscle back, like this is a no-no too. Like he's a lot better than most because his legs are more narrow. But this left foot needs to be pretty much straight on so you can see this abductor. And it's going to look so much thicker here. You're not going to have this gap. Let me show you something. Let me show you guys something. You guys ready? 1970 bodybuilding show back poses. I don't know if that's too much for Google to figure out, but let's see. Let me show you guys something. Need someone old-time bodybuilder doing it the right way. You know what I'm going to do? Let's bring up Samir, because Samir does hit the back poses really good. All right, so look. You see how the leg is up here on the left here? All right, you see the leg? How it's not twisted out, the knee's not out. See how their legs are straight on? Okay, it doesn't have to be perfectly like this, but this knee shouldn't be out to the left. It should be in. I don't know why bodybuilders swing that leg out because it doesn't make your leg look thicker. It makes it look thinner. Look at Samir's back. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? That's wild. Holy shit. I got to talk to Samir about that. But then look at the front leg. Same thing. It's not turned out. Like, I don't know why guys turn the legs out so much. It makes your legs look thinner. It doesn't help you. See? Like, this is how a back double should be done. It doesn't have to be that close, but just make sure the legs are not so wide and staggered like that. It looks so weird to me. I don't know why they do that. And it ruins their fucking legs. Especially if you don't have good adductors, you're going to look fucking super bad. You're going to look like you have no legs. Like, that's a very, very good pose for me. Like, I like the way that looks. It's not too much. It's right in the middle. The legs are close together, not super spread. You know, like, even Phil's isn't that bad either, actually. Phil's pretty good. But you could even turn this more straight on. Like, he doesn't have to have it so far out. I don't know why guys do that. Like, Ramy does a good job. See how they're pretty much, like, together? You don't need to spread them apart. Flex does a good job. He keeps them together. See? How do you think his abductors look so good? Obviously, they're ripped to the bone, but like they're close together and the knee's not thrown out. You don't want the judges to see this part of your leg. Like, you shouldn't be looking at the outer sweep when guys are hitting a rear double. It doesn't fucking matter what your sweep looks like. They don't care. Not judging your sweep. They're judging your posterior chain. It's a rear double bicep. It's for your back, not for your front. That's like trying to turn your leg all the way around in a front shot to show what your back of your leg looks like. Like, I get it. Your legs have to be turned out a little bit so you can flex the glutes, right? But come on. Like, what the? Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why people do that. I got to talk about this more. It drives me nuts. I don't know if it pisses you guys off, but I can't stand seeing guys pose like that. I never understood it. Never understood it. But the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing is a big event. It sets the mark for the entire year. I think we're going to have a lot of good storylines come out of this. I'll be getting a good wrap up on Sunday or Saturday night. I'll be on here talking about it tomorrow as well. The guest posing won't be on until like later on the day, early evening, East Coast time. I don't know where a lot of you guys are located. I'm sure when you guys watch this video, you guys will be in different locations, but I'm very interested to see how everyone looks. Of course, I'm super excited about all of them, but Obviously, we want to see what Derek's going to look like. Is he going to be improved from last year? Is he going to stay the same? Is he going to be worse? Like, how out of shape is he going to be? What is his weight going to be? He was 260 last year. Will he be lighter, heavier, smaller? You know, let's see what he's been doing this offseason. Nick, we already know what Nick's look like. Nick shows us every photo every day. Hunter has been showing us a lot of updates as well, so we pretty much know what Hunter's going to look like. Samson's been doing the same. Dark Horse is obviously, well, not Dark Horse, but the mystery is Big Ramy. Like, is his back going to be better tomorrow? Will we see improvements with the tricep? That's a big conversation. I'm actually going to make a video on that. I'm making a note of it. Big Ramy update tomorrow. I wonder what he's going to look like. And who am I forgetting? Sean Clarita. Sean, if he does an open show this year and wins again, does he get excited to do the open bodybuilding at the Olympia? I know he said he wants to do the 212 all the time, and that's what he's going to stick with. He's going to try to win as many as he possibly can. But let's just say Sean jumps into an open show this year and wins it. Does that give him more confidence? Does it give him enough confidence to jump into the open with the big guys? It's a huge possibility. Huge possibility. And going forward, I want you guys in the comments. I'm going to read the comments on this one, especially. Not many comments yet, but they're getting there. Video ideas, other than just news on here, what would you like me to stream and talk about? Is there anything in particular you guys like to hear about? You want to do educational stuff on here? You want to do any health topic, or is it just bodybuilding you guys want to hear? Like, just bodybuilding, that's fucking it, Nick. You know, I have a vast knowledge of bodybuilding, fitness, health, education. I've been in this for a long time, 20 years, going on 21 years in a month. And I love talking about it. And I have a lot of experience. That's what I speak from. I'm not the smartest guy, but I have a lot of experience. I learned a lot through my hard lessons of making mistakes. And that's where a lot of your real knowledge comes from, is doing it and making mistakes and learning from them. And that's what I'm here for, to educate you guys, help you guys. Before I go, I'm opening up my coaching again, signing up people very quickly, like faster than I ever thought. So if you guys do want a coaching spot before they're filled, be sure to hit me up on Instagram or bodybuildingandbs.com/coaching. Fill out the form. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you once again, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget, oldschoolabs.com, Alpha Elite Athletics are the sponsors here at Bodybuilding and BS. I couldn't do this without them. Please, if you guys go buy something and go try out their stuff, you're not going to regret either purchase. Like, there's no fucking way you're going to hate the clothes and dislike the supplements. It's not going to be possible. Everything is a great product, and I would not endorse them. I would not support them. I would not promote them if they were garbage. I've never had a garbage sponsor in my life, and I don't plan on it, because I really take this serious, and I want you guys to spend your money on quality shit. So use my code NICKBS to support. Go buy something. Thank you once again for tuning in, each and one of you. And my Patreon is available to sign up, guys. The YouTube content's going to be on there, 2 videos a day, plus educational stuff. So join the crew. We'll be doing live seminars sooner than later. A lot of cool stuff with the Patreon audience going to be happening. We got to build it up first. Thanks again.